Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Yeah, yeah. The end. Got to end it all on the weekend. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nose. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out the mind piece. Looking for the love inside me, inside me. Sometimes, don't know how I feel that way sometimes. Yeah, yeah. The end. Think how we can say that on the weekend. Funny how I kinda like this life. Funny now I kinda like this life. Now I like this life.
Coke Studio, Season 14. Coke Studio, Season 14.
All right, guys. Just a sec. Give me 10 seconds. Let me load up my platform. Let's have a look at this. Okay, ultra low latency. That should be good. All right. You can hear me, right? Snicker, what's up, buddy? Welcome. First of all, morning. How you been? All right, let's just do this. Fire up the station. Workstation, as we call it. Boy, oh boy, SMMT. Boy, oh boy. Have finally done what we were actually expecting from here. This is kind of like some of these stocks are telling me to come back during the afternoon and trade the afternoon. But it's one-off thing, isn't it? Anyways, let's check everything's okay. Stream health is okay, I believe. It should not be very delayed, Snicker, this time around. I did some changes, so let's say I think it's quite close to the live. What's up, Oasis? Welcome back, buddy. How you been? And the volume is okay, right? Volume is okay for you guys, yeah? All right. Let's look into this. Let's go, babies. Let's go. All right. So, how you been, man? How was the birthday? Did you enjoy yourself? Looking forward to the England game, which is, I think, in 2 days, right? Yes, sir. This is your home, baby. And okay. I don't use TradingView, Snicker, because TradingView is great. I have been using thinkorswim for a long period of time, and it does what I want it to do. TradingView is really good, I would say, if you don't have TOS. If you have TOS, you don't need to pay for TradingView because the free version is okay, but if you want to use TradingView properly, you want to use that paid version. So I am completely fine with thinkorswim. And if you can open thinkorswim account or TD Ameritrade account, I would definitely recommend to do that. And I'm not affiliated with them at all, but it's the fact that their software is just superior to everything else out there. By the way, Oasis Snickers, our new member, that's he's just started trading, I think. So he's excited to learn some stuff from us, hopefully. Zell was sort of getting engaged with his questions and all. So, he's going to have a lot of beginning questions, which is, a lot of people don't ask because they think it's stupid or dumb. It's never stupid or dumb. I've asked those questions. Everybody else has asked those questions. It's just people are not comfortable asking those kind of questions. Why, I wonder, So, but he seems to be quite okay with that, which is great. So yeah, if you help each other out, guys, if you're here. Obviously, I will be responding to any questions I see. If I'm busy, then yeah, please do so. And Snicker, that's Oasis, our long-time member. He's been following us for a long time, I think. How long has it been, Oasis? Like this year, right? So, okay. Oh yeah. You got restrictions because of day trading PDT rules, right? So you have to wait. Who knows how many days? Depends on where when you first started. That's the PDT rule, basically pattern day trading, right? Is that what we were talking about? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that one. So to avoid that, there are a lot of other options there, Snicker. You're not like stuck with Robinhood with the PDT rule. Even if you have under 25K, you can have under 10K, you can have under 5K. You could still have a brokerage that over rules the PDT rule, which means you can day trade with less amount of deposit in the brokerage account. It's just different brokerages. But you're the way you are starting, you're kind of fresh to the game, I think. So I would definitely recommend to whichever brokerage you're gonna go with. I will definitely recommend to the demo trade their platform for at least, I would say, what, a month, at least a month. Yeah, they are quite funny, man. I wonder why. Um, Here's the thing, I completely understand why they do it, because they don't want people going into day trading because it's risky. I agree with that. But here's the thing: if somebody wants to go to day trading, they will put 25K, um, they will put 30K. They're life saving even, and that's really dangerous, right? To begin with, that's extremely dangerous. So that actually is works out completely opposite of what what they are trying to achieve, which is to stop people from day trading. You cannot stop people from day trading. If they are into it, they are into it, right? They will put their whole life saving in it, because some freaking furu told them, you can make millions in a year with the 25, 30, 30K account. So everybody will do that, right? But I'm thinking like PDT rule should be like, you can open an account with 5K, 1K, but they should limit the amount of losses per day. That, if you want to help traders, and the system is not out there to help you. Don't get me wrong, it's not out there to help you. It's out there to get as much as they can from you. And PDT rule is the best example of it, right? They want to not get to 500, 1,000. They don't want to waste their time on 500, 1,000 deposits. They want to get that 25K, 30K, 40K. So it's completely stupid what they say. Very hypocritical, to be honest. Very hypocritical. And that's why I don't like it. And if it helped traders, I would definitely like put my hands up and say, okay, well, you know what? PDT rules are there to protect you. It really isn't. So that's why, there's a lot of other options out there, depending where you live. If you live in the Europe, much better options. If you live in the US, limited option, but still there are options. For example, we've got our Trade Zero. Trade Zero account, I trade myself regularly, almost every day. And it's almost replacing my main account. The reason why I say that is they are, a year ago when I tried them, it was just iffy. They were still pushing things out and trying their best and trying to update the software. Everything was, sort of pushed out quite quickly, right? But things have settled down. They've pushed enough of the features they can, and now they're working on the quality of life features on the platform, as well as the whole execution. Execution, I've never had issues with Trade Zero. Trade Zero's execution is almost as good as, well, in fact, very, very similar to the most, most famous day trading sort of brokers. Very, very close to it. Very competitive as well. And the commissions aren't that bad. So number one, for US citizens, I would recommend Trade Zero. You can open up an account with 500, 1,000. I would not recommend like anything under 1,000. I would say, if you can, maybe a few grand, because 1000, less than 1000 or 500, that's just going to eat away the commissions, and you're just going to blow that account very quickly. Now, how not to blow that account is the question, really. Someone like, let's say somebody has been trading for a month. They know what they're looking for, but they're still lost. Like, they don't know the strategy, the setup they want to trade, and they just like randomly trading with the feel or following someone, right? But still, they can get in trouble because they don't understand that they haven't really practiced the psychology part of the game, whereby they might be chasing, they might be getting not respecting their stop. They're just holding on and hoping. That's when you blow up the account, right? For that purpose, to avoid that, what you can do is you can ask the brokerage to limit the daily max loss on that account. For example, you call up the Trade Zero. If you open up an account, by the way, if anybody listening to this, if you want to open up an account with Trade Zero, do use the link I'm going to provide, because they do give us some sort of they do give us basically discounts on their Zero Pro platform, some commission based discounts as well. So do use the link, and let me just get that actually. What's up, Zell? How's it going? Welcome, buddy. So I was going through the Trade Zero's option, if somebody wants to, go away from the PDT rule. So in the US, number one option is definitely Trade Zero. Yeah, it's quite early. Yeah, it's good to be early. We can prepare a nice and relaxed manner. We can talk about things, and have a little chat. Why not? If we can do that, why not? Awesome. Okay, so basically, there is on my channel, there's one M200 strategy. Go through that. It will kind of give you an importance of 200 MA strategy and the 200 MA itself. Rule of thumb is basically on intraday. Anything less than daily chart, you want to have EMA. Hope that makes sense to you. When I say EMA, exponential moving average. So there's multiple types of moving averages. The most common used ones are EMA and SMA. EMA is the one for intraday, and SMA, simple moving average, is for the daily, right? That's the rule of thumb. So you just want to keep those indicators 200, and I will keep 50 as well on the daily, 50 SMA. So 200, 50, and 20 SMA. Well, when they don't, for someone like you who has some experience, at least trading, at least journaling and demo trading, you should be able to psychologically handle that, and you should have quite a bit of discipline to handle that. At least try to handle it. Nobody can handle it perfectly. But what I'm trying to say is, if you stick to your rules, which is your business plan, which is your playbook, whatever it is, you stick to that, trust me, it's going to be very hard for you to actually blow it out, because the rules are there to protect you from these kind of mishaps. And if you completely ignore them, then just like any other business, you just went out and bought some rubbish that you cannot sell, and your money is basically stuck with this rubbish that it's never going to sell. Like, for example, fidget spinners, right? Fidget spinners, give you an example. Back in the days when they were introduced, people made millions off of it within 1 year time, right? That was the trend back then. I remember my friends making huge amount of money from nothing, right? But then it just completely died down. So I know people who were stuck with it as well, right? You just got to know what to buy, just like in the business. So in trading as well, same concept. You've got to stick to the rules. You've got to stick to your game plan, business plan, and make sure you respect it. Simple rule like do not risk more than 0.5% or maximum 1% of your account per trade. That simple rule, right? It's very simple. It's everywhere. It's written everywhere. Everybody is talking about it. There is a reason why everybody's talking about it, because it works if you stick to it, right? So definitely respect your rules, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, so you're getting somewhere then, Snicker. You've gotten somewhere, right? You're saying if it's above the EMA, it's uptrending, it's under the EMA, it's downtrending, right? So there you go. That's your first step. You know, you at least you got something, right? And then slowly things will start to work. Like for example, if things are above the VWAP, that usually means that the stock is strong. Not necessarily uptrending. Uptrending is completely different thing. Uptrending is something going like this, right? Sorry, something like that, right? But you could still have a strong stock, but not uptrending. It might be ranging, but it's above the VWAP, right? So usually above the VWAP, you consider that stock to be strong. Underneath the VWAP, you're thinking that stock is weaker. So there you go. Like very. Now you can match those two together. Match them to, for example, in this case, look at SPY, right? We've got our 200 EMA, we've got our VWAP, and we've got our 20 EMA. So the longer the EMAs are, the bigger the trend is. Basically, the how do I say? Maybe I'm not explaining it. Basically, the shorter EMAs are basically short-term trend. These ones, the longer EMAs or the 200 EMA is usually a longer-term trend on that specific chart. So yeah. Directly on a candle, it doesn't matter. If it's trading on and off of VWAP, that means it's a chop. Or it's just in equilibrium. Usually a VWAP area is in equilibrium. It usually that's why you will see almost all the time stock at least once or twice touch that VWAP, even if it's running very crazy. So let's have a look at yesterday's price action. All right. Yesterday's price action on NEO. Just on and off VWAP. When it does that, I consider it to be chop. But then when it goes away from it, expect it to come back to it. Or at least attempt to come back to it, right? Because that's the equilibrium. Wow, GSK. Yesterday we were watching this, but it doesn't really do. Look, this is a good example, right? So stock basically runs down. It's weak, right? Under VWAP, under the EMAs. It even went below the 200 EMA. And then what happened? It stretched out from the VWAP, stretched out, and then went back to its equilibrium, which is the VWAP, and then started to continue to go down. And as it goes down, it tries to go back to the equilibrium, try to hunt that liquidity, and that's what you're looking for, basically. Zellan, very good point out there. The 200, you can use the EMA, but usually SMAs are stronger on the daily. But I tend to be using EMAs as well on the daily. I actually used both of them just in case, because they are that strong and they're that widely used. So 200 EMA or 200 SMA, as Zell said, try spotting them on the daily. Work on the daily chart and see if you can spot any and see what it does when it reaches that level. What it does, have a look. Is it respecting that level? When I say respecting, is it rejecting from it as it goes to that level? Is it having a hard time continuing to break it? If not, then that level is being respected. Hold on a second. TradingView doesn't have a daily chart. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure they do. Pretty sure they do. So that's your daily. Let's put, instead of Bitcoin, let's put SPY maybe. Can it bring SPY? Yeah, so basically, as you can see, Snicker, I'm pretty sure you can see, that's your daily on TradingView. And I know I'm using the platform, the web version, but the platform version is even more comprehensive and much more, I would say, full of features, right? Exactly. So that's your time frame right here. Time frame here. You can change 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15, 30, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 1 day, or even 1 week, right? So you can, whatever time frame you choose, just remember, I know you're early. I know you're just starting to look at charts. Each of these candles are representing 1 day, right? And what do these candles do? What do they interpret? I'll actually do it on this one. So let's maximize our this one here, RMED. So each of, as you can see, this is a daily candle. Over here on thinkorswim is over here on the right side. Is D. So I don't know whether you know about yeah. So the candle, first of all, understand what candles are and how it's calculated. Well, it's very simple. When you see a green candle, that means it closed higher than its open. So if we take that into consideration, where would the open be? The open in this case, let's give you this example because that's open is right at the lows. So if this green candle opened higher than closed higher than the open, hence the green candle, then the open is here. Let me bring up my hold on. So let's look into this, yeah. So basically open is here. That's your open. And then it plays around, and then the close, when it's green, is the top section of the body. So lower section of the body is the open. The close is the high section of the body, right? So open, close. We got that right? All right, now we've got these wicks here, right? These wicks, this is the low of that day, and that's the high of that day. Okay, so just understand the candlestick one at a time, one step at a time. Get the basic right. Don't go into complicated things. Just understand what you're looking at from the basic point of view. So we've got our open on the green section, green candle. I'm giving you an example on the green, right? We'll give you an example on the red as well. So we've got open, close, right? Let me just change this because I wanna put it like this. So that's our open, the blue, and then the pink is our close, and then yellow is our low, and yellow is our high for that day. What if it was red day? So let's talk about this yesterday, a red day. So in this case, red means that the close is lower than the open. So close and opens are usually the bodies of the candle. So in this case, the open would be right the top section of the candle, right? And then the close would be, you guessed it, the lower section of the body. All right. And we've got again a same thing, low of the day. These don't change because they are usually low of the day, and that's high of the day. All right. So that's how you interpret basic candles, and then there's a lot to learn about candles. A good read about the candles is Baba. Somebody came to say hi. He came to say hi? Alright, he's gonna trade for me, guys. Just give me a sec. Alright, there you go, buddy. There you go. What? Hold on, guys. You wanna say hi first? Hi. Hi. Say hi. Say hi first. Let me. Alright, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, let's go. Did you come back from there? Yeah, he just doesn't. Whenever he comes, he just takes over straight away. He says, "You're not, Dad. You're not doing it right. This is how it's done. Boom, 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 everywhere." So I think he's going to be a better trader than me for sure. The older one, however, is not interested at all in finance. That's why I'm not pushing him. The young one is like, okay. So yeah, let's get rid of these markers for the other day. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to the main section of our trading, which is what? Which is creating a watch list. I'm just gonna go through my watch list and see what I see, and then I'll give you my insights on it. And we've got our SPY. No worries, you know, I'm gonna explain the things, and then if you miss it, always you can go back to the recording. That's why I keep the recording. I don't need to keep it, but you know, some people can benefit it when they want to go back and record. So it's a great source for. Okay, let's go into our. All right. So MMT, we have BIVI. So we're gonna keep that BIVI. We do have. I'm just sometimes talk to myself, guys. So just bear with me on that one, because it makes it easier for me to keep like concentrate. I don't know. That's how I am. I just start talking when I need to concentrate. You might see that a lot when I'm about to trade, especially when I'm tape reading. It makes it much easier for me. So that. So. Awesome, buddy. What is that thing? I don't even know what that thing. Coffee time. Zedland. What is that thing, bro? Something popped. Is that some sort of a special message or I don't know? Is that from? I don't get it. This is the first time I've seen this thing, guys. What is this? Oh, you bought me a drink. You know what? Thanks, buddy. Listen, I'm gonna get the drink from you, buddy. Hold on. I need my coffee anyways. Okay. There's Zell's coffee for me. Thank you for that. Let's try Zell's coffee if it's good. Lovely. Beautiful. Anyways, what did I miss? Let's have a look. Yeah, I've heard. I used to trade forex, so SEK sounded very, very familiar to me. No, you don't use the VWAP for the daily charts. There's no daily VWAP, no. Because VWAP is created during intraday, right? So you only wanted to do it intraday. When I say intraday, it's only lower time frames than daily. It could be hourly, it could be 4 hours, it could be 5 minutes, 1 minute. Usually we use 1 minute and 5 minutes on intraday charts. Oh, that's so nice. Yes, absolutely. Set on day. So as I mentioned on you see over here, can you see my marker? Each of these candles represent 1 day of price action. So this SMMT opened 130 right here and traded a bit lower and then started climbing up and made the high of 233 right there and closed at 231. In the recent case scenario, it opened around 201s, went down a little bit, made a low for the day of 190, 191, and then climbed up, closed around 306. With the high, it made the high of 320. Okay, so if you go into intraday now, that will be basically you can dissect that how it did that. So it opened around here. I don't want to zoom in too much, but let's actually open. So this is our open. This is the first candle at 9:30, right? EST. That's our open. Can you see 201, 202? That's our open, right? 202, right there. All right. So it actually went down a little bit with a low of what? 191. That's a low of 191, right? Right, should be clear. 191. That's the low. So for the whole day, that was the lowest point. It never went beyond that. If it had gone beyond that, obviously we will have lower low on the daily chart as well. As you can see, it never went. That is still the low of the day. And so it basically climbed up, made the high of about 320. 320. So let's have a look if it was the 320. Yeah, there you go. That's the high of 320 and closed. That is the close of 308. Let's have a look. Close of 308. Hopefully that makes sense. And the grayed out area on my chart is pre-market, post-market, okay? Outside of trading hours. Our trading hours are from 9:30 EST all the way to 4 p.m. That's our trading hours. So I'm talking about the trading hours range. This daily chart is giving you the trading hours of price action. Okay, that's why you will see gaps in between. Don't worry about it completely. Take your time. Just be here, or join a community that you're constantly joining every day, and it will get to you. It's not like you're learning to ride a bike and then eventually drive a car and then eventually fly a plane. Um, it's going to take time. A lot of things will sound, ooh, hocus pocus to you. Or a lot of things I do might not make sense to you, but that's fine. That's totally fine. Whatever makes sense to you, work on that and slowly take it. Slowly take it from there. So yeah, don't rush it. Dude, I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, I'm glad to hear that. This is it makes me feel like it's worth my time to do streaming, because if I can, it's just help and guide at least, few traders, 10, 20, 100 traders eventually. That's what I do, why I do. Because as I mentioned yesterday as well, I was there in the same spot as you are, and nobody was there. They were all just sharks. Yeah, that's do that. You know what paper trading is? You want to do paper trading a little bit. Let's have a look at PayPal, Billy, and MDB. Billy and PayPal. Let's create our watch list while we're talking about things. As I am here. PayPal. Okay, PayPal is bouncing and also gapping up quite a bit. Okay, let's put PayPal here. PayPal, okay. Billy, let's have a look. Billy. Billy is again Chinese stocks. I'll keep it on the sectors area here, no problems. Billy is done. A momentum, we have those two, SMD, BMY, BIVI. Okay. I've noticed that if somebody wants to know what's on my screen, right? I'm going to create the watch list. It's still early. After I create the watch list, I want to go through this like 20 minutes explanation of what I have on my screen and why do I have that. So people like Snickers can go back to that recording. I will put this recording, this section of the recording after the explanation. I'll post it as a video. And if anybody was interested in, let's say, oh, what's on your screen? Like, what do I see there? Like, I could explain, hopefully that video should explain it better. And you might miss a few things here and there where you could actually go back to the video and watch it over and over again to get it right. After I create the watch list, which is not going to take that long, 5 minutes. 3:45. Volume is low. Okay. VVNT. Right off the not good. Okay, we might have AAL. It's difficult to trade though. All right. And we want to keep our AX. Okay. PayPal, RMED. RMED. So 520. So if it starts breaking. Gap, sub, gap, hold. Yesterday it held. Today, could it be that today it moves 4360? No, sorry, I'm being a bit quiet because I'm just creating the watch list and trying to work out what is best today. Just give me another 2 minutes. Ooh-wee. Okay, this is interesting. Here we go. All right, so what time is it? 8:51. We've got some time, so I can explain about what do you see on the page, on our streaming main page. I'm gonna actually change this to use main so you can see everything. Right. So you should be able to see everything now. Okay, guys. So I want to explain what I have on my charts and on my charting platform, which is thinkorswim. For those of you who have just joined or who are starting new or joined the stream new, there's a lot of questions of what they see on my charts. Okay, I want to go from left, bottom, right, bottom, and left, and then cover the main section here. Okay, so on the right we have. So if you didn't know, this is pretty much a thinkorswim platform. Okay, it's the charts section under flexible grid. Yeah, you can, just Google thinkorswim if you don't know what that is. It's pretty much one of the best charting software I've found. So I've been using this for a long time. I'm quite happy with it. That's why I'm using it for the stream as well. So on the top right side of the chart or the window, you will see this little section here. This is my time and sales. Okay, so whenever a sale happens, this is gonna show up here, and the quantity and the price and the time. So I've set it up in a way that time, price, and size is in that order, right? And then below that, you've got our level 2 data, or you can call it market depth, level 2, whatever you want to call it. This is our level 2. Okay, now I'm not going to go through what level 2s are. I'm just telling you what they are, in case if it's different to your platform. Sometimes the color could be different, the numbers could be slightly different because of the settings that you might have or I might have. So that's why I just wanted you to know this is the window for level 2. And over at the bottom right, we have slight bit of information on the specific ticker we are looking at. So in this case, we are looking at SPY. So it's showing you what SPY is, right? It will show you, because SPY is an ETF, it's showing you industry and sector as not available. Of course, it's not, because it's an ETF, exchange traded funds. But it will show you more details as well if you hover over these areas: market cap, shares, and estimated. Now, if you had a stock on here, let's say for example Apple, that will give you more information. What industry is this? What sector is that? And what's the market cap on this? And shares that's outstanding to be traded, and earnings as well. But that's the slight details on it. You can actually play around with this one: growth phase 1, growth phase 2. There are a lot of options you can start setting. You can have a lot of fundamentals actually on this window as well to watch. For me, I only watch the shares outstanding on and these two basically, and also once in a while the sector. If something new is running, I want to see what sector is that in, so I can check back the other stocks in that sector. But most important ones are for me sector, market cap, and shares. So that is the bottom right. And then right at the bottom in the middle, we have news related to that stock. Okay, so anything that pops up here at the high is going to be news related to what we're watching. Okay, so they're all linked, as you can see. They're all linked to one stock. What you see here is all the information here is all linked to one specific stock. And on TradingView, you have these options right to the ticker name. There's a symbol link. As you can see, every single one of them is red. If I click on it, there's options here. So I can actually link it or unlink it even, right? So I've linked it to red, as you can see. Anything that's linked red will be all together and linked up, so we get the information for that specific stock. In this case, Apple will have news coming up here. This is the news feed. If I want to know something about Apple's, why is Apple moving so quickly, there will be news here. If there is any, that's going to pop up here. So that's why I kept it here. Now, to the left of the window, we have our watch lists. These change from time to time, but the ones that don't change is these two. The top one, the watch list, and the gaps. This is the one that I always will be posting. In fact, I will post it after the tutorial here. But these are my main watches. Watch list. On the left, you can see the ticker names. I'm watching NEO, SPY, SMMT, Apple, PayPal, RMED, BIVI, GTLB. These are the watches. And then you have your, what was it traded last price, and then the volume, and then the share outstanding. Okay, I always sort them out by volume. As you can see, the higher the volume of that stock, they're gonna pop up on the top. So in ascending order, but for volume, right? And then the second sort of watch list is gaps. Anything that's gapping will be here, right? PHVS, CIEN, MOMO, RXDX. Now, if you don't know what gap is, you can Google it easily. You'll find out what gap is. But these are for gappers, gap up and gap down scanners, right? Whatever I have on this side. So the rest over here, the bottom ones, they are not used like consistently. They're changing depending on the time of the day. They will be changing to other scanners, okay? But at the moment I have more scanners on here. So that's what you see on all around my charts. Now when it comes to charts, I have on the left of these two charts, the left chart is basically daily chart. Okay, let me remove this because I don't use that a lot. It just was experimental. Anyways, so left chart basically is the daily chart. And the reason why I keep daily chart is it's quite important to keep an eye on the daily chart. That's the one that's gonna give you the bigger picture. That's why I kept the daily chart here. And also for my levels, where are my levels? Where have I drawn my levels? Where do I need to be interested in this stock? That's when I know from daily chart. So daily chart on the left. Now, daily chart will have other indicators. I don't know why it's not showing, but my indicators on daily chart would be, I'm going to put it just in case right now, so we can make sure that we get the right thing. So I'm going to put an EMA, exponential moving average, to add study. Let me just do it this way. I'm going to add my indicators there quickly, guys. Hold on. So let's put EMA, exponential moving average. There we go. Moving average exponential goes here. What the hell? There we go. It's popped up here. So for me to, I need to change that. Let's put this 200. And deviations, we don't need deviations. Midline, lower line, all of that. Midline is fine. Upper band we don't need. Lower band we don't need. All right, midline. Usually I keep my 200 moving average, this dark blue. And there we go. That's our 200 moving average. Unfortunately, that is the line is not the same I want. So it's going to have to be this one. There we go. Right. Now I need to create another one, which is going to be 20 EMA. I usually use 50 EMA as well. But when I use 50 EMA, it's going to be different colors. So let's use 50 EMA on this one, and that's going to be green. All right. Here we go. And if I apply that, we should be seeing 50 EMA. Oh, deviation bands. Sorry, I'm clicking on something completely different. It should be this one. That's what I was saying. Why do I need deviation? Anyways, here we go. On the open, 200 EMA up down signal. We don't really need average exponential. That is that. And here we go. There's our 200 EMA, as you can see, on the daily. Now, why 200 EMA? As you can see, like, look, the respect on these 200 EMAs are quite often noticeable, like bounces on it, rejections from it. As you can see, rejection, 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 slightly different, but rejection, rejection. So they do respect 200 EMA on the daily. And yeah, the rest basically is 50 EMA. Change the same settings, but go for 50. Signal, I don't need signals. And that should be 50. And then last but not least, 20 EMA. Okay. And I'm going to change this color to, normally I keep it to orange, and also I keep it, I believe this one here. Yeah. So that's my daily chart, how it looks, what settings are on daily charts. I've got 3 indicators, 200 EMA, 50 EMA, and 20 EMA, moving average. I would recommend to keep, to be honest, I would recommend to keep simple moving average. It's much smoother, but I'm always used to EMA, so that's why I kept it. But you can keep it to simple moving average. It's better, in my opinion. Lower part is the volume on that specific day for that specific stock. All right, so that's the indicators for that. Nothing else is on the daily, by the way. I believe there's the things that you see over here are basically it's an earnings dates. It just plots it by default, thinkorswim. So your platform might not have that. Now, coming to the main one, this is the one I watched. This is a chart of 1 minute time frame. As you can see, 1 minute, which is showing quite a few indicators, okay? Let's go into the indicators we have on this one so people understand what I have and what I do. So let's go into indicators quickly. All right, so what do I have on this one? Well, first of all, as you can see, VWAP. This line that's going through, the white line, is our VWAP. All right, let's bring it to the main trading hours. There we go. Okay. All right. Second one we have is exponential moving average. Again, 20 EMA. Do you see this orange line going, dotted lines? That is my 20 EMA. So basically 20 EMA is a kind of like a short-term trend gauge. So if it's lower, trading under that 20 EMA, that's pretty much weakness in the market, that's trending lower. If it's over 20 EMA, in short term, it's trending higher. Just basically the thumb rule, but I don't use it that way. I use it for other reasons. But 20 EMA just to gauge the trend, okay? And we have 200 EMA, this blue or navy line that you see, same as the 200 on the daily. I've got it on my 1 minute chart as well. As you can see, Not much of respect here, but as you can see, respect. It gets respected more often than not. So 200 EMA is very, very important to keep on, for me at least. So what else do I have? Or opening range high and low. We have opening range high and low. What does that mean? We've got an you can set this up to 15 minutes. I've put this on 15 minutes because what I want to know is the stock trading above or below the first 15 minutes out of the open? All right. Hope that makes sense. Now, why do I keep that? I keep it because if a stock is trending over that 15 minutes range high, that means usually stock is trending higher and stronger. And if it's the same is true for the reverse or the opposite, which is if the stock is trending lower than the at the lower part or close below low of that range, then the stock is weak and is trending lower. So that's the usual idea, and you will see that. Hold on, let me show you. Usually you will see that after the market opens. It disappears after the market has closed. So today you will see that after market starts to open. All right, it will be dotted lines like these but different colors. Okay, so that is the open range high low. And then we've got this SSR. This is a different thing that pops up here, which shows SSR, which is short sale restriction. I'm not going to go into detail of that. That's when you will start to see red text here, SSR on. That means that stock actually hit the SSR, just to notification for myself, basically. And then previous close, this green line, you see the dotted lines or dashed lines are previous close, yesterday's close. Very, very important for me to keep an eye on. And then daily high and low. Daily high and low is very self-explanatory. Why do I say that? Because yesterday's daily high and low is going to be shown right today. So as you can see, 140 at the pre-market right now. This pink line is my high and low from yesterday. So as you can see, low of yesterday was 140. There it goes. And then my high yesterday was, there you go, 143.37. That's my high low of the day, 143.37 right there, right? And this is the close for yesterday. And they show the history of the previous lines as well, so you can go back what happened at the close, what happened at the highs and lows. So it's really, really good. Those are the those are the indicators I have, just in case if you have any questions on what I have on my chart and what I use and why. So that's what I wanted to explain for people who are coming and joining our stream. So I'll post this video out just in case for the future. All right, guys, let's get back to the business. Yeah, okay. So every gapper. So let's have a look. Phase 2 data. This one I'm going to be shorting. Just quickly, I'm going to give you what I'm going to do. This one I'm going to be looking for long CN, and Momo looks good. CN is better, but Momo also, if it starts to trade over 620, 630s, I'll start looking for longs on this one. But with CN, we've got a huge level. Just be careful with this one. There's a lot of resistance on it. This level is quite strong. So if it takes that out, I will consider this long opportunity as well on this one. RXDX, I kept it because it's still in play and it's gapping up again. Yesterday, it actually went huge gap up, right? But it just drifted down. It really didn't go beyond the 95s, I think. And it held this on. So we might have continuation on this one as well, guys. So there's a lot of stocks that are looking like it wants to go. The only one I'll be careful, Zell, is this one. If you're taking longs, this is, in my opinion, a short trade. No, PHVS, sorry. PHVS No, it's not. I'm wrong. Sorry. It's in earnings as well as phase 2 data, right? Can someone confirm this is earnings? I believe it's earnings as well. I think the earnings is not much of a beat. I think this is still a short, to be honest, because main catalyst behind this gap up is the phase 2 data. Usually they're not very strong catalysts. So I'm going to be looking into maybe shorting this opportunity if I can get my shares on it. The rest of the gappers, almost all of them are looking for longs, guys. Quite simple. We want to wait for what it does around at the open, and if it starts to take out the levels that we're watching, especially in this case, for example, we have level 620, 625s. There could be some nice, decent longs on it. RXDX as well could be a continuation, probably over 106s. All right, so what else do we have, Zell? Am I missing anything on the gappers? Let me have a quick look. PHVS EXPR. EXPR. Let's have a look at EXPR. Wow, EXPR is also really good looking. This is nice. EXPR. Let's keep that as well, guys. EXPR. This is also earnings gap up. Looks like things are moving, right? I like the watch list today. KWA tour. I don't like that one. So I'm just gonna get. Okay, guys, this is a watch list. I'm gonna post it on Discord. Check it out. This is what I do every single day, guys. I'll post this on the Discord chat. There's a special section for Discord on watch lists. All right, guys. Here we go. Come on. Why is it? Come on. It didn't go through. Okay, so the earnings. The watch list has been posted on Discord. If you want to know what Discord channel we have, the link for that is right there. All right. Okay. All right, let's have a look at SPY. What is SPY looking like? Yesterday we had a red day, quite a strong red day as well. And the day before. Yesterday was a very small range day, very small range day. Now it's gapping up today. Come down to 391s in the pre-market, post-market, and okay. So SPY basically has done quite a bit of pullback from this trend line for 10 levels and then broke through 400 levels and staying under that. We do kind of expect the SPY to be, from this move, a bit of a pullback was due. But we want to be also careful that whether this area could also be a reversal to the downside. Right? We want to be careful. Now, how am I going to confirm that? 390 breaks, I think we're pretty much set for a more down move. Okay. If 390 holds, we might be seeing some sort of a bounce coming into SPY or the market. And we might see slow move towards 400, and then that gets taken out. Then 410 is the next level, which should get taken out if we see a bounce coming in, because that will mean that we have that nice little trending higher price action. Anyways, that might not happen today. Next week might be we might see some fight over 400 and 410s, and the opposite side would be, the flip would be the 390 fight. 390 fight will be interesting. So keep an eye on 390 level as well as 400 levels. So that's SPY. Yesterday we traded NEO really nicely, beautiful trade on it. Today is funny, it gaps up almost every day and then fades off. So it might be a good gap fill opportunity. Not a lot, but there's quite a bit. 13s all the way to 1260s is your gap fill. So 40 cents move on a $12 stock is not too bad. So that's why I'm keeping it. SMMT, 2 days of huge runs, right? We're talking from 80 cents all the way to 320s. Now it's gapping down and slightly moving down as well. This thing is quite crowded as well. Be careful. It might have hit also. Hasn't it hit this SSR? It might hit the SSR as well because it's gapping down and it might follow through with it. Be careful, but shorting opportunity might be there on it today. AAL, I'm looking for shorts. I know AAL is not a great stock to be trading, day trading. It's very choppy, but if it does give us some decent setup, it's very close to yesterday's close, and if it starts trading under this, I will look for basically shorts on it. So I want this to be broken for me to look for anything on it. PayPal somehow is gapping up. Yesterday it had a strong day. Not really too keen on this one. This area here, this level here is quite strong. So I want to watch that today. And if it starts to fade off of this, and as long as that level holds, I'm going to be short biased on it. Right, this level here, 75.50s all the way to 70. So about 30 cents zone here. It's already fading off of that, so that's a sign that it may want to continue down. Now, if it takes that out, 75.50 especially gets taken out and trades over that, then we are looking for longs on it for continuation to the upside. RMED, I think this stock is done. It's just a really low volume yesterday, completely dies down, and then it picks up. It's just a lot of manipulation on this one, so I'm going to remove that, unfortunately. Let's have a look at BIVI. BIVI. So basically it had a good decent move and then really sort of a bad wash or really beaten down in last 2-3 days. I think only yesterday it started to pick up and bounce with some decent volume. As you can see, the volume on this one is quite a bit compared to when it did this. So there might be something here, guys. I think that's probably why I kept it. This volume, yesterday volume, picked up quite a bit. So there's something going on that one. Again, not very keen on that. And then GTLB. GTLB is earnings play. And I am watching these levels, the high of day, and I've put alert as well. If it starts to trade above that, I will look for longs on it. But these are bigger picture longs and bigger picture ideas, maybe even possible swings on it. So GTLB is slightly different sort of trading. The others that we have, CN, that is gapping up because of earnings, could be potentially long. MOMO could be potentially long as well. We'll see. So that's pretty much this the watch list, guys. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, dude, let's do that together. Why not? Usually gamers are good traders, usually. So that might be a good sign. Buy a TikTok. Dude, I should be doing that, shouldn't I? But here's the thing, though, Zell. I'm a terrible, terrible dancer. I've never been a good dancer. It's just when I go to the dance floor, everybody just scatters away. It's just horrible. It's painful to watch. It's painful. I've heard that it really hurt their eyes, you know. They could just feel it in their eyes that it was so painful. I'm not good. Our whole family is not good, bro. We have in our genes that no good singers out of the family, no good dancers out of the family. So, but good business-minded people. My dad is very typical. Your really typical old-fashioned business. He talks about is business. His motto is work for yourself, never work for others. Because if you work for others, you're pretty much working for their dreams. Instead, you might as well put that effort and time for your own dreams. Even if you start failing and failing, eventually you'll get it if you don't give up. So, hence, you see me here doing this. All right. So we've got about 8 minutes to go, guys. Best of luck. Watch out for these gappers. Seems very interesting, especially the one that is running lately, EXPR. So yeah, that's the one I will be watching as well. Close eye on it. A really decent volume. Look at this rising volume, and then look at this beautiful. So yeah, looks quite interesting. What's the volume on it? 11 million volume, though. Quite a bit for. But $2 stock usually gets that. PHVS as well. Yep. Yeah, so the question is, how do we get that 1,000 subs though on not subs, followers on TikTok? Anything, anything other than dance moves? Yeah, any ideas welcome, you know. Send me a DM if you want, because I would like to live stream on TikTok. TikTok seems to be like attracting more people now. Really? I've got to research that. Is there such a thing? And let's not talk about it, obviously. Yeah, let's talk about it on the DMs maybe. I could probably reach it myself, but just I would like to start live streaming on that platform. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's quite informational. That's fine. You don't have to retract the messages. You know, it is what it is. Talk about what? Exactly. Talk about. Anyways, thanks for the coffee, by the way. I grabbed your coffee and it was nice. I enjoyed it. Thanks for that. I didn't know what it was. So cheers for that, Zell. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, so let's go back to our main page. Zoomed in a little bit. So yes, sir. Let's go. 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Let's go. Really nice, beautiful flag pattern here. or a triangle, whatever you want to call it. Right. All right. Best of luck, Zell. No worries, buddy. We know. All right, guys. Mark is about to open about a minute and a half. I wish you the best of luck. Take it easy. Respect your rules out there, and just be careful at the open with the open drive being a bit choppy. So I just want to wait a little bit. Let it calm down. 5 to 15 minutes wait would be nice. Oh, a cat coming. All right, we want to see that. We want to see the picture. All right, guys, there we go. Best of luck. We're open. Tesla is going for it. Tesla is going for it. What's going on? Tesla, let's go, baby. PHVS and EXPR. I'm gonna keep an eye on these gappers, guys. They are more important. Tesla is look at that, breaks that yesterday's I believe low, goes for it. Volume is kicking in as well. Almost broken, actually. Almost done a gap fill. Welcome back, Snickers. The market is just open now. We're looking at the gappers, see if we can spot something to trade today. Most likely PHVS, your EXPR. EXPR over 210, guys. 211s, 210s could be a potential long 211s on EXPR. And then we've got Momo as well running. Oh, okay. Momo is looking good, guys. I'm gonna do this thing is gone a bit too. I'll wait for the pullback. I want to see this if this pulls back. If not, we might have missed this. This is one of the stocks that we're watching for longs. It's already broken that 620 that I was watching. Just done it very quickly though. And CN CIEN looks interesting, guys. 5125s, 5120s. I think is a good place for starting longs on it. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. PHVs. I want to. The only one that I'm thinking of shorting, as I mentioned before as well, the PHVS. This is the one I'm gonna short. So the rest of those gappers, I'm gonna look for longs, guys. So yeah, make sure you're paper trading as if you're actually trading live. Imagine you have your own real money involved in it. How would you trade? How would you think, right? Just as Oasis was mentioning, make sure you put the amount that you're going to put as a deposit for your broker. So it's very similar to your live trading. CIEN is coming back up, so looking for CIEN. Hold on, guys, hold on, okay. Just checking something here. SMMT is popping. All right, let's go. CIEN just went over 5150s, 5125 I was mentioning, 5125s. Sorry. Unfortunately, I had to chase it 5150. 5150 on CIEN. CIEN. Didn't want to pay 5150, but yeah. 5150. Long, 5150 on CIEN. And we are also looking for which other ones that we were watching. Momo. All right, Momo is also gathering up some sort of a pullback. All right, so CIEN, still you have the chance to enter. But with CIEN, remember, low of the day, under 50 is the stop, right? So this is like a bigger picture idea. If it takes out the low, then that's it. The trade is over. Right? So that's what we're looking at. PHVs, there's a lot of Momo doesn't look that bad, to be honest, but I'm chasing it though. That's the thing. I don't like chasing things. Right now, Momo looks not too bad for longs. 670, 675 breaks. Apple is looking like it wants to go down. Apple is, oh wow, those big names are looking good for shorts. As SPY is going down, the big names will produce some decent shorting opportunities. Obviously, we want for our CIEN the SPY to be bouncing, but if we can break on CIEN 52s and stay over it, then that's going to look good on us, for us. SMMT is popping. MO is also looking strong. EXPR didn't actually make it to the highs. All right, that's looking good. So that's hitting 52.35s. 52.35s. So almost $1. If it goes to 52.50, that will be $1 move from the entry. So that could be a nice place to take some partials off. But then again, this is a bigger picture idea, so I am looking for bigger moves on it. Just a bit struggling to take out the highs, but so far so good. As I mentioned, on this one, stop usually is under the low of day, but you can tighten it to 50.75s now because it actually took out the high of day. It didn't run much, but it still is from VWAP about two. I think it's about to move $2 move. Is it? No, $1.30 move. Still good enough. Let's look at our RENT. RENT, $1 is gonna also is a earnings play, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah. So on which one are we talking about? PHVS. Just remember 384s, 80s on PHVS is huge level. So we will see some bounce coming in on that one. I want to see also SMMT. Rent is looking good, yeah, but 178 breaks. I think 178, 77s could be a potential long on it. Momo is also looking good right about now, 666. If it breaks this level about 670 on Momo, maybe 671s, it might be better trade there with a stop under 640. Yeah. Chopping around. SMMT. All right, SMMT, we've got, just remember on SMMT, we're going to have huge resistance here, okay? And it's not, yeah, like yesterday, it's going to probably hinder the stock from going forward, this area here. As long as it's staying below that, I think it will, we might see a rejection. But on the other hand, if we see this break, we might see a squeeze, just like we've been seeing on the first 2 days. So yeah, SMMT looks kind of interesting actually. Keep an eye on that one. Right, 394. Apple could be a nice little short here. Apple for a short. 142 under 142. The only issue is is it relatively strong? I got in above 141.93. 141.93. Why am I think he's getting Apple? Alright, why is it stuck? That's the question. Why is this stuck? Alright, so on Apple 141.93, I mentioned that. Yeah, short on 141.93. Usually Apple is kind of difficult to short, but I'll try it. It's definitely worth a go. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Let's go. 141.76 now. Let's go Apple, take the lows out. The stop on this one is very tight as well. On the break of the VWAP around this area here, 142.10s is the stop. Now you can actually take some out. It's a little bit early though. I would rather take it just before the low of day. But it has done quite a bit of a move. There we go, 141.60s, lovely. 58s, 51s. Okay, there we go. 53s. Okay. Let's go. Yes. 44, guys. 44. 141.44 is the first partial. Beautiful. Very, very quick. Very clean move. 44, I believe, on this one. Yes. Amazing trade. The reason why I say that is like the first partial is like compared to our stop is massive, and we're going for our second partial. It's going to be a quick one today, guys. Okay, so if it goes to 141, guys, I'm going to take most of it out. 141, this area, very big area here. So watch that. So I'm going to take a big chunk on around just before 141. 141.10s is fine. I'm not too fussy. 141.10s is fine as well, or 7s, things like that. Yeah, I'm out on the CIEN because I do take very quick stops on those. I wouldn't mind coming back to it later on. Just under 51 I came out of CIEN, guys. Unfortunately that didn't go as we were looking at it. You see right there, just under here. As I mentioned, on this one usually is the low of day, but I don't like to hold that long. These are bigger picture ideas, so if you want to hold off until the break of the low of day, great, but I don't wait for that. I would rather take another chance at it. Momo is building up something as well, guys. Momo is building up something. Our Apple is also doing really well. There it goes, Momo. Momo is actually getting some momentum. Let's go, Momo. we have got? Sorry, I haven't been checking the chat. PHVS. PHVS, huge level at, yeah, nice entry on that one, actually. To 450, yeah, 450, beautiful. PHVS, as I mentioned, that level 384 area had huge, like, numbers there. So also Momo, just remember that for 670 break. Lovely, looking good, Bara, looking good. Love to see that, buddy. Love to see that. All right, Apple, we got SPY bouncing, so I'm gonna be lighting that up on. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it for the moment because I took one off, and there was another opportunity to take 141.10s, as I mentioned. I just couldn't, unfortunately. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be tightening the stop on the remaining partial. Still, it's a good trade. It's a quick one. So that is nice. If this had hit my second partial, it would have been a really nice trade. That would have been it for me, because tight, really tight stop. And the CIAN, it didn't work out, but remember that's the bigger picture trade. Very small starter on it. Those usually you have bigger stop on those anyways. Momo is working really nice on the break of 670. Anybody took that? Momo, MOMO, on the, this is what I meant, 670 break right there. In fact, you know, this had opportunity to be entering early, because this bar, this candle started to bring on way more volume, way more momentum. So that was a telltale sign to enter a bit early and then maybe add. So really nice, all of those that were watching, getting okay. Okay, so PHVS is looking, yeah, it did give you that 450 easily. 450, this rejection came in. PHVS, I think this is going to bring in more volume as well somehow. These things have been actually running lately. Usually they don't. They do trap a lot of shorts. This is a short trap for you, and that's what creates some squeezes. EXPR. Bear in mind, EXPR is also a good opportunity for on the break of 210. Momo is doing really well. Look, these ones that were the ones we were watching. Okay, I was watching PHVS for shorts, so I didn't trade it, yes, but I'm just gonna wait for the big. I think I see some squeeze coming on this one, but I'll wait for the backside on that. But EXPR is still holding strong on the break of 208, 210s, could be opportunity. Momo, as I mentioned, 670 breaks, opportunity, already giving you way more than others. CIEN is the only one that actually drifted down. I was looking forward to this one being a big mover today. 51.50 all the way to 52.50. It gave us $1. So almost $1. But was it enough? Not for these type of trades. I look for $2, $3, $4, $5 on these trades. So it wasn't enough for me. So that's the one that didn't work out. Yeah, this is what I meant by Apple, you know. Yeah, Apple is gonna bounce and take me out on a break even. So I got one one partial from it. I can't complain. I cannot complain on Apple. I'm just waiting for it to take my okay EXPR 209 EXPR 209. All right, EXPR 209, guys. I did mention that like quite a few times actually. So I'm starting long on this one, 209. That probably is my last trade. Stop will be below the VWAP close, so somewhere around 193s. For me, that's how it is. That's our stop. And let's go. Let's go take out that 216s and we're gonna go run for this one. This one looks good, guys. And also Apple, I'm gonna be out, break even almost if it breaks that high of 140, 190. So I can't wait for it to take me out at a loss. So that's looking good. This one I could have actually taken a bit early. Honestly, this is a bit of late entry. The real entry, if you wanted to time it, was a bit early, 205, 204s. I was just worried about the high of day level. But this one looks good. Let's watch this. Definitely looks good. We just want this 216 to get broken very quickly and then stay over it. Yeah, I'm out of Apple as I mentioned on the break even with a hard stop. The Apple, when seeing this over here, first partial here, second partial could have been really nice. But I could have exited here as well. As I saw SPY bouncing, they usually follow SPY. Actually, I took it off here at the break of this candle, 141.92, somewhere there. Break even basically on the last batch. But still green trade. Really nice. And so look at SMMT. Very, very... look at this SMMT, guys. This is what I meant by you got to pay attention to those levels. Look at this. First rejection comes in, goes for it to take out that 3, gets everyone involved in that around 3. Everybody's shorting it, but then they're actually putting their stop 301, 302, 303s, 305s. It triggers most of them, and then boom, carpet pull, whatever you want to call it. PHVS, let's go. Wow, okay, you're still in it? Zell is making a buck today. That's what I meant by it. That's what I was afraid of on PHVS. It's the squeeze. Unfortunately, I didn't trade it because I wasn't planning on trading it long today. But SMMT, the only thing with this one is the SSR is on. And our EXPR is also going down, 194 right now. All right, so on EXPR, guys, at the break of this low here, I'll be out. EXPR. This low here, I'll be out. You can even put the hard stop now, which I'm gonna do. Put a hard stop at around 191. If it takes that out, then that's it. Done for the trade for a while. Later on, it might come back for another opportunity. But that's pretty much it. SMMT looks good for a short. This one looks good for a short, by the way. Very good for a short, this one here. It might have been late though. Our CIEN is coming back as well, so I don't mind retaking this as I mentioned before. I just want it to be above 5120s, 5130s, sorry, 5130s. The volume is kicking in. I might start here, guys. 5130s, I'll start on CIEN. 51. I want to make sure this closes or gets close to the close green. Okay, now definitely on the break of this high, I'm going to take this, guys. 5131. 5131 on CIEN. That's what I'm going to take. Got a really bad headache. All right. I've got a little bit of a slippage, 5135 or 36, something like that. But that's fine. With these ones, you get that. Something like that. So I got that. Now with this one, again, this is bigger picture idea, guys. Your stop is your low of day right there. Low of day is the stop on this one. Now, once this starts to move, I do tend to move my stop very close. So okay. So how did PHVS go, Zal? That was a really good trade. Did you manage to get something out of it? Hopefully you did. Momo is trying to reverse as well. Apple is a good exit. Sorry about that. My throat is just... I think I'm catching something, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I just have that feeling because headache and just feel tired. There it goes. Come on, CIEN. You are one that I'm looking forward to, honestly. If you work. These kind of trades, this is pretty much the the one that I'm recently posted on YB Elite, Oasis. These are one of my favorites. AEXPR is also back in action, I believe. A bit choppy though. I would have liked it to be a bit more clearer. But this one back in action. Now clearly you can see that this is a swing low now. That hard stop is definitely valid now. Before you couldn't put a hard stop because there was no swing low underneath the VWAP. Although you can argue that this is a swing low, but this was higher than the VWAP, so VWAP was still intact there. Look at the bounce. This is why you want to respect your stop, guys. You want to respect your stop. Why? Because things can go. It's working out for you, great, perfect, and then pear shape. It's just complete V reversal, right? When are you going to exit? Here, 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 at the high of day? It's going to break it. It's going to break it. And you're going to have, instead of having a break even on the remaining partial, you're actually losing way much more than you should have. In fact, I say that if you are turning a winner into a loser, that's just stupidity in my opinion. And I do act stupid sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the one who's always like doing the right things. I do add, for example, I do add on things that I'm winning on, but I always make sure that I tighten my stop when I add, so that if it reverses, it doesn't it doesn't hurt me that much. Let's go, Snickers. Let's go, baby. Congrats on your decent trade there. Lovely. I'd like to see that. You traded Baba, and really nice. Very good. Baba looking good. Gap up and then carries on. Very nice. Very nice. We are getting some decent rejection now, so expect a bit of a pullback, maybe towards 93s, 92.75s, this area. So expect a bit of a pullback there. And what else are we looking at? CIN. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to go because I'm kind of like getting a bit. This headache is killing me now. It's getting worse. Very nice. If you had sold it, very nice. Respect. Lovely, buddy. Oh, yeah. Let's go. That's a nice trade. So I'm going to leave you with the update on my trades. So what did we take? I didn't take PHVS. This is the squeeze I was afraid of now. And if we see the backside, I might short it later. But I'm not going to stream that. EXPR, I'm still in it from this long. It's just going to chop around. As long as it's holding above this low, I'm going to keep it. And this is the one that we can also leave for some runs, basically. Especially when it breaks 216s. RMEDs break. Okay, I'll look at that. If this breaks 216s, it's going to look really good for us. So what do I want from this? So now from this one, if it starts to pop towards 230s to 235s, I'll start taking partials. Even 225s will be a great place to take partials. 250 is the one that is really want to keep an eye on. If it reaches there, 250, 260s will be taken most of the partial, and then let the others run if it works out. So that's the update for that. Momo, unfortunately I didn't take over here 670 break. I did mention this is one of the strong ones, and in fact if you go back to the stream, I mentioned, guys, look, if it opens over 625 630s, there's your trade long. I didn't take it. I couldn't take it. I missed it. This was so fast that I couldn't take it. But then you had another chance to take it over here, 670s, and then the rest is history. Really beautiful runs on that one. So CIEN on that one, one small loser, I would say, on that. Over here, long here, and then exit here. And then the second long here, again, it actually reclaimed the VWAP and start holding above the VWAP. And the more it holds, a 52 break, I might even add to it and then pull my stop at around under 51s. At this point, it's under 50 basically. So slowly I'm going to raise my stop if it starts to work for me. And this is also like EXPR, where this could run with decent move, right? Those two, CIEN and EXPR, I'm looking forward to it being a good big trade. And now Apple. Apple, we started shorting it here. Very nice, excellent. This is what I meant by confluence of setups. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 setups here occurring at the same time. I can't ignore that. So I took it and then partialed out. Another partial was due here. I just couldn't take it, unfortunately. If I had taken it, it would have been a great trade instead of an okay trade. And then it came back reversed because SPY was reversing at that point. Broke that VWAP. And if you pay attention to here, you see this rejection from the VWAP. That's your swing high, kinda. Usually I wait for it to break above it, but since SPY was actually bouncing, I couldn't have hold on to it. Usually what I would do is I will close above the VWAP. I'll wait for that and then a swing high, and then that would be your exit, because I don't want to get chopped around on those wicks. But in this case, I had to be very, very close to break even because I didn't want to give back what I got on it. So green trade on Apple, small loser on CIEN, and the two trades that are running. That's the update for the trades I took, guys. And unfortunately, I have to go now. I want to stay more, but I've got a few things to take care of, as well as take care of my health. So um, I think the more I'm talking, the more it's getting me. So wow, SMMT, SMMT, dude, this is trap all over written on it. It's trap short sellers again, just like any other day. For the last 3 days, it's been doing that. SMMT, man. Whoo-wee. Right over here, I was actually even thinking about shorting this, although I wouldn't have held it. Yeah, so it broke this level. It's gonna squeeze the hell out of people now. Watch this thing. This is gonna be pure entertainment today. All right, guys, everybody, stay safe out there. Take it easy. I will see you on Monday, 8 a.m. EST. Be there. All right. See you, Zell, Snicker, Oasis, everybody. Take it easy. Have a lovely weekend as well. Enjoy yourselves.